Good afternoon, everybody. As the title states, this message is for AmberLynn Reid. She seems to have become everybody's favorite punching bag. That is, unless you're from France, in which case you think she's the best thing since sliced bread. Uh, but that's just because they don't know the type of person she is and what she usually does to her viewers. Now, let me make this abundantly clear. I do not hate AmberLynn Reid. I do not wish the worst for AmberLynn Reid. I am, however, like a lot of her viewers, extremely frustrated with her, extremely disappointed in her, and just tired of her excuses. Uh, you know, she started her channel as to try to be a weight loss influencer. Basically, she wanted to document her weight loss journey, and see how it goes, and really try to inspire people, which is great. That's a good idea. I'm trying to do that myself. However, do you guys realize that her weight loss journey has been going on, at least on YouTube, for a good part of a decade now, and that's not a journey. That's a lifetime in YouTube years. And according to her, she's been trying to lose weight since she was 11. So goes on even longer than that. I'm gonna go into what AmberLynn's problems are, what she needs to change, and how she should go about it. Because I don't think she gets it. I don't think she realizes the ramifications, and I don't think she understands just how this is making her look. All right, so she's a very popular YouTuber. She has a lot of subscribers. I give her a lot of props for doing that. But the truth of the matter is that she doesn't have all these subscribers because she's making people happy and putting outstanding content out there. The fact of the matter is, and it's sad to say, but a lot of people are having fun at her expense. They're watching this lady just destroy herself on film and just be an absolute putz with all the excuses and all the moronic things that she says, because she just doesn't get what weight loss truly requires. She doesn't. First of all, right, I've seen enough of her videos now to pretty much analyze what it is that is wrong with this woman. So first of all, she clearly has some kind of a stunted growth or a mentality that is really almost of a teenager. She just is very immature, to put it lightly. And that's not the worst of it. I mean, sure, that contributes to quite a bit of the hate that she gets, but the truth of the matter is that she wants to lose weight, supposedly. Okay, now I'm gonna go straight out and say it. I don't know if her idea of wanting to lose weight, or her stating that she wants to lose weight, is so that she gets subscribers, or is it just a ploy to keep people tuned into her channel to see her try to do this. But as we all know, she constantly fails, over and over and over. It's just been a running theme. It's almost become like a parody at this point. One of the things that always gets to me about AmberLynn Reid, and I find it so disgusting, and I'm being straight with that, it's disgusting. When this woman eats, okay, whatever the hell it is, if it's even in a little bit way tasty, she sounds like she's having the biggest orgasms ever eating this food. I mean, it's literally like she's making fun, or not. I'm not fun. It's literally like she's making love to her food. It's almost obscene, pretty much, because her eyes literally roll back in her head, and she moans like. Anyways, but you get the point. She really loves her food. And the way that I've always thought about it, or at least the way I'm thinking about it now, is food. Yes, food can be quite enjoyable. Food is one of the most enjoyable things on earth, and that's why a lot of people tend to overeat. However, you cannot have that mentality if you are trying to lose weight. If you're trying to lose weight, you need to understand food is not there to make you feel good. Yes, it does, but you have to look at food as a necessity to live, a necessity to fuel your body in order to perform, whether it's exercise, whether it's, manual labor, whatever it is you're doing in life, just to live, that's what you need food for. But she seems to think of it as just another source of pleasure, like how somebody binge watches TV, or somebody smokes pot, or just things that people indulge in over and over again for pleasure. That is what she seems to think food as, as a form of pleasure and self-gratification. Food should never be used in that manner. Food should be used as something to sustain your way of living. And if she ever comes to grips with that and understands how food should be used, then she can move forward and try to make changes to her life, because right now she doesn't get it. Another thing I've seen, and she clearly doesn't get, because with all these new diets and fads that she does, like, have you noticed just how carb heavy her foods are? Like she doesn't realize she should be cutting stuff out, like pastas and ramen noodles and like just there's so much garbage that she implements in it, and she thinks that some of this stuff is healthy, and it's like, it's not. You shouldn't be eating pasta like that unless you're trying to power lift and gain some mass or anything like that. But it's just wrong, and she doesn't get it. And then also her level of determination to do things. She's a very undisciplined person, very undisciplined. She'll start out a diet, and these are diets that can work in some ways. And, the minute it gets a little bit difficult, or the minute she starts eating something that isn't quite as tasty as like that pizza that she enjoys, or that orange chicken that we all know about, or, stuff that she really pigs out on, the minute she starts to have to eat that, she's like, nah, this ain't for me. And then next thing you know, the next day you get a video and she's like, well, I ended up binging on a bucket of Baskin Robbins, and that's just not the way. She needs discipline. First and foremost, she needs discipline. If she is hurting that much, and I guarantee you she's hurting that much, okay, she needs to say, look, what do I want in life? Do I want to enjoy food for whatever time is left in my life? Do I want to just pig out and make as much money on YouTube for being an absolute hog on YouTube? And I'm sorry, I'm not sugarcoating it. She looks like a hog on TV. Not TV, but because I watch my YouTube on TV, but you know what I'm saying, YouTube. If she wants to look that way, go right ahead. Keep doing what you're doing, because you're doing fine. But if your intent is to lose weight, like you said, that is what you plan on doing with your channel, you need to look at what you're doing and look at it objectively. Is that helping you, or is that being detrimental to your life? Because I guarantee you, all of what she's doing is detrimental. There are times when I've looked at the plates of food she makes, and some of the stuff actually is healthy, but she doesn't realize that, look, you need portion control as well as eating right, okay? You can't, you can't fix up all this broccoli or green beans and stuff that's healthy for you, and you can't have like a giant pile of it on your plate. It's not going to work that way. You have to have portions. Part of losing weight is calories in, calories out. You have to reduce the amount of food you're eating. And she is over 500 pounds. I guarantee you, this woman is eating so many calories. She's probably eating somewhere between 4,000 and 5,000 calories just to maintain her weight. I mean, and to eat that amount of calories, you would literally have to be eating all day, and it would be exhausting, and you'd probably end up with a stomach ache. Most people would end up with a stomach ache from that much food, but her belly has expanded so much, it's like dropping, a coin in a well or something. She really needs to get disciplined and realize that her life is in grave danger. She will not live past the next 5 years. And I'm saying 5 years if she's lucky. She needs to realize that. And I know she had a cancer scare, which to anybody in their right mind would be a huge wake-up call to say, no, I gotta make changes or I'm dead. But apparently her addiction to food and her addiction to excess and the money she's making on YouTube is too good and too important for her to change. And that's just sad. So I'm making this video as a plea to her. Because at the end of the day, yes, I know a lot of people think she's a despicable person. A lot of people think that she's a lazy person, which she probably is. And, That's fine. A lot of people have faults like that. But I'm looking at her as a human being. And I don't ever want to see someone suffer unnecessarily and have to lose their life over something that they have the power to change. All right? Now, she says she wants to get weight loss surgery. That's great if she gets weight loss surgery. But there are prerequisites to getting that weight loss surgery. Number one, she has to prove to them that she has her binge eating under control. And she clearly does not have her binge eating under control. She does not even realize what binge eating what binge eating means, all right? This woman believes that binge eating is eating 3 times what she normally eats. Well, that's not it, because let's put it this way. 3 times what a 100-pound person eats, not 100-pound, 150-pound person eats is a lot different than 3 times what a woman her size eats, all right? Large difference, very large. She needs to understand that binge eating in general is just, eating nonstop for hours in an exorbitant amount of calories, all right? I don't even want to know how bad she binge eats because it's probably horrific, okay? She needs to understand what portion control is. She needs to understand how much she has to. The best thing that she could do, all right, is to go to a doctor, and she has, but she needs to ask them. She can even Google this, all right? She needs to understand how many calories are needed to maintain her weight. Once she knows that, then she can go about asking, how many calories per day does she has to reduce to lose weight on a consistent basis? And with her weight, you know what? She can make a drastic cut in her calories, because at the end of the day, she has so much fat stored in her body that her body's going to use that up for energy anyway. So she might as well cut up a good portion of her calories. The problem with that is that because she's so large and she's so addicted to food, if she cuts it drastically, she's going to be super hungry and start binge eating all over again. So it's probably in her best interest to just cut it down a certain amount, but not bad enough that she's gonna be like, craving food all the time. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, she has a lot to learn. She, and that's one of her faults. She thinks she knows everything. She thinks she knows more than the doctors. She thinks she knows more than any of her viewers that are constantly commenting on her profile, trying to give her advice. And honestly, you guys should see this as a slap in the face, because she does not care what you have to say. She's glad you're commenting, because that probably just means views for her, And these poor French people that are commenting on her profile saying, "Oh, I love you. Keep it going, Amber Reid. Keep what going? Keep gaining weight." Like, are you serious? I mean, she needs to lose weight, and these people are enabling her. At least the French people are. But the people that are ridiculing her, I don't think any of them want her to die. I think they're legitimately pissed off because this woman won't get off her ass and won't close her mouth enough to lose enough weight. And she's just going downhill fast. All right? She's delusional because she thinks that the weight loss is going to be a quick fix. She doesn't realize that if she doesn't lose a certain amount of weight, she can't have the surgery. She has to prove that she's not going to be binge eating anymore. And lastly, once she does have the surgery, she can't go back to her old ways. She will end up ripping those staples that they're going to put in her, and she'll die a horrible death. And not just that, she tries eating like she does then, the pain she's going to feel is going to be out of this world, because I haven't done it myself, but I know people who have had the whole gastric bypass and the sleeve and all that. These people have told me that they tried eating a certain amount one time, and it came out from every orifice. Basically, it was awful. The pain they felt was ungodly, and I don't think Amber can grasp that idea. She thinks it's just going to be a walk in the park. That she's going to get this weight loss surgery, all her problems will be fixed, that she can go back being the lethargic, Hoover vacuum of food that she is, It's like, no, she needs to change. If she doesn't change, which I don't, honestly, I hate to say it, I don't think she will, just from what I've seen. and her mental fortitude, I don't think she's going to change. But I'm making this as a last-ditch effort to tell her, you know, you have the power to change. Whether you have shown that you can't or not, you have the power to change. But you really need to make the determination in yourself that you are going to do it, and you have to stick to it no matter what. Because if you don't, you know, you ever seen those hourglasses with the sand running down? Well, her time's almost running out. And I guarantee you this, her death will not be quick. Her death will not be pleasant. It's going to be very painful, very excruciating. And I feel for her in that sense, because she is a human being. I feel for her, but she needs to change. She needs a wake-up call, and I just wish people would stop enabling her, because it's not good for her. But anyway, you know, it's messed up what people will do for money and views, and at the end of the day, you gotta love yourself enough to want to change. And I'm sure AmberLynn loves herself, but I don't think she realizes the ramifications of what she's done to herself, you know, because she hasn't seen the absolute worst of it yet. And she's still young, so she hasn't felt the true pain of carrying around all that weight. She's lucky enough to get to her 40s, which she won't. But she's lucky enough to get there. She's going to be in so much agony. And then by that point, it's kind of too late anyways. So I hope she sees this video. She probably won't, because, I mean, you know, I'm a nobody on YouTube. But it's just another person giving their 2 cents about AmberLynn Reid. And just how sad her situation is, because, you know, this is a human being that is literally killing themselves on YouTube for views, right? And it is a very sad situation. I don't think anybody should support that type of thing. If you're going to post on her channel, don't be mean, but let her know. Let her know clearly that what she is doing is going to lead to her demise, and that none of us want to see her croak. We would all love to see her surpass this and beat it and become a better person. But I question whether she has it in her to do it. And as sad as it is to say, I don't think she does have that in her. And, you know, it is what it is. But it's a cautionary tale to those of us who are, you know, dealing with weight problems, of what not to do and what mindset not to have. Okay? Your mind plays a huge part in what your outcome will be in your weight loss journey. All right, if you have that type of attitude, you know, you might as well not even try, because you're gonna fail time and time again. But if you have the mindset that nothing is gonna get in your way, and that your health is number one in front of everything, and that food no longer matters, that food is just fuel for whatever exercise you're doing, and that you eat to live, you don't live to eat. That's a saying I've always had. You eat to live, you don't live to eat. Because the minute you start living to eat, food is all you got. And sooner or later, you know, you're going to get that casket, and the ground will be all you have. And no one will remember your YouTube channel. They'll just remember that sad girl that ate herself to death. So she needs to change, and change now, because time is running out. Amber, though, look, I care about you. I don't know you. I just don't want you going down that path and hurting yourself to the point where, you know, your life is cut short. And this is how most of your viewers feel for you. But so many people want you to succeed. You need to understand that. You need to take that to heart and say, look, you got to make a change, because no one's going to do it for you, Amber. You got to do this for yourself. And don't expect any easy fixes. There are no easy fixes. It's hard work, dedication, and determination. All right? So that's all I got to say. Until next time.